welcome to the GGG Basel West Toddler Tales. Today we're on an adventure. We are in what is called Cherryland, and we're between Gembin and Schoenmatt and above Arlesheim. So if you're looking for an adventure and looking to see the cherry blossoms in bloom, you should come to this area. You can see all the trees behind me, which I think are cherry trees, so they'll be blooming. They're blooming, and then you can pick cherries soon. Today, we're going to read a book about the 5 senses. We all have 5 senses. Take a minute and think about what they are. I'm going to point to a couple of them. Can you think of them? Well, I'm going to tell you. In our book today, it's called The 5 Senses. It's a book by Nüria Roca, and the illustrations are by Rosa M. Curto. So we're going to start reading and learning a lot. Look at this picture. What season is this picture in? It's the same season we're in now, which is spring. If you try to taste this book, your parents are sure to tell you not to. It would be silly to lick a book. Ew. Fortunately, you have other senses besides your tongue to know what things are like. You have eyes to see, ears to listen, a nose to smell, and the skin all over your body to touch and to feel all of the things around you. I see 2 things that are green on this picture. Can you find them? I also see lots of green things in nature. They are white underneath, they have laces, they're empty inside, unless I put my feet in them. Do you know what they are? Can you find them on the page? You know what they are, don't you? They're sneakers. There's 2 green sneakers. With your eyes, you can watch lots of things, even some that are so far away that you can't touch them, but you can see them. Sometimes the clouds floating in the sky are too far away to touch, but we see them with our eyes. You see the color of things, the size, and you may even know the things that surround you are moving or not, if they are not hidden, of course. Some things moving in this picture could be the snail, the butterflies, the squirrel, the bird, and the ladybug. Go. At night, we are so sleepy that we can't keep our eyes open. Our eyelids feel heavier and heavier until we finally fall asleep. Does that ever happen to you? It does to me. During the day, our eyelids move up and down all of the time. And they're like windshield wipers on your car. The sense of sight is so important that the eyes are protected by your eyelashes, which prevent dust from getting inside, your eyebrows, which block the way of the drops of sweat, so they don't come in your eyes. Look, she's having a nice rest. She read a book. She's all tucked in. The sense of hearing allows us to hear. Sometimes to hear a sound well, we have to really pay attention. Right now I'm outside, and I could hear a bee humming, and I can hear lots of birds. I hear them. Shh, listen. You can hear sounds whether you're inside or outside like I am today. Some are so low it's hard to hear them, but others are so loud and so strong that they can be heard from far away. There are sharp sounds such as the horn of a car, and there are also grave sounds like the siren of a ship or a siren from an ambulance. I bet there are sounds that you don't like at all. Me too. Close your eyes for 1 second. I bet you'll have no problem in telling the direction from which the noise comes. Is it in front of you, behind you, or on the sides? That's how people who cannot see actually play soccer. They attach a little bell to the ball and they know exactly where it is. That's pretty smart. The sense of hearing guides them. Which sounds from the next page do you like best? Do you like to hear a sheep? Do you like to hear a ball? The alarm clock? A bell? A ship? A chick? A chicken? Maybe roller skates? Maybe a duck quacking? Maybe a guitar, a whistle, or a car? Do you know where the sense of smell is located? We can identify 1,001 smells with it. We can smell lemon, we can smell vinegar, we can smell cheese, maybe peppermint, or even animals. Some smells are really nice, like cookies baking. With your nose, you can even sometimes smell danger, like if something is on fire or burning. It'll tell you to go check the oven. Maybe you left your cake in too long. She's baking a cake. They have a turkey. They're doing lots of baking in the kitchen. When you have a cold, you can't smell well, can you? Your nose is so plugged up that you don't even notice smells floating in the air when you breathe. It's a good thing we can also breathe through our mouth. Your nose is running all the time. Your eyes are always a little bit watery, and your tongue can taste the flavor of things. When you go outside, you wear warm clothes to stay warm. Try to talk without moving your tongue. Go ahead and do it real quick. You sound funny, don't you? The tongue is very useful for lots of things. We use it to talk. We use it to mix the food up in our mouths. We use it to stick out. And we use it for things like tasting our food. With the sense of taste, you can tell the difference between lots of different flavors. If you taste a lemon, it'll be very bitter or sour. The tip of the tongue notices if something is sweet, like maybe a little cookie or a cake. It'll tell you if something is salty. The sides tell us if something is sour. And the tongue also notices if something is bitter. I bet you hadn't noticed that before, had you? Babies will discover things by putting lots of different things into their mouth. So they learn whether the object tastes good or doesn't taste so good. What are your favorite flavors on this page? Do you like strawberries? Maybe an eggplant? This looks like an apple? A mushroom? A banana? Maybe some cheese? Olives are delicious. Or cherries. If you walk barefoot on the sand in the beach, you will notice the tiny grains of sand that'll stick between your toes. Feel the sand on, is it warm or cold? Is it dry or wet? And you can experience it not only with your feet, but also your sense of touch. Touch is a sense you have all over your body from your skin. Have you ever noticed the tiny lines that cover the pad of your fingers? They're really tiny. We call them fingerprints, and they are different in every single person. It's so interesting. Your fingerprints are unique. They're the only ones in the entire world. Some parts of your body are so sensitive to touch that they tickle a lot, such as your armpits, your lips, or the palm of your hand. Try to tickle someone with a feather and see if they're able to notice that you're tickling them and if they can resist laughing. It's pretty hard to do. When your skin notices it's cold outside, today's a bit cold still, the tiny body hairs on your body stand up, and then you get the goosebumps. When you notice it's hot, you'll start to sweat, and that's the way the body keeps itself cool. Cold, hot, dry, wet, soft, straight, wrinkled, smooth, rough, or sharp. Your skin may guess what many things are around you are like without you even looking at them. Would you like to try? Sometimes some senses do not work properly, or maybe they don't work at all. This is the case with people who might need glasses to see, people who can't smell anything, those who can't hear anything, and sometimes those who cannot even see at all. Can you feel with all of your 5 senses? If one of your senses doesn't work properly, you will have the use of the other senses, but they will work better, which is really interesting. If your hearing doesn't work well, what other sense do you think might work better? Maybe your vision, your sight. You feel your skin when it's surrounded by warm water. You can smell soap. You notice the bitter taste of shampoo if a little bit gets in your mouth. You can hear the splash of the water, or you can see the water of the shower. Where are you? You're in the bathtub. Or anywhere else, your senses get along so well that all 5 of your senses always work together. And right now, what do you feel with your hearing, your sight, your taste, your smell, and your touch? Discovering the world through your 5 senses is an incredible adventure. And that's the end of the story. And there are a few activities in the back that maybe you could try doing. You could try blindfolding someone and walking them safely around, and they can touch different items and try to figure out what they are. You can have bare feet and walk on the carpet or on grass and see what that feels like. You can close your eyes and see what things you hear. You can have someone put different foods in a bowl all around you, and you can taste them without looking at them and try to identify the foods that you are eating. So today we learned about the 5 senses, and now you can go on an adventure of your own. Thanks for joining Toddler Tales to the GGG Basel West Library. Don't keep it forever.
Wow, I really enjoyed that story. I hope you did too. If you like this online story time, make sure you see the other videos because they're only available for a limited time. We are so glad that you could be here today, and we hope to see you again. Bye-bye for now.